Southern California Prep Insider is brought to you by Toyota Dealers of San Diego. All right, Coach, I'll let you get straight to the chase. I'll let you set the scene for us. Where are we? What are we doing here? And what's happening Saturday?
We're at the CIF meeting prior to the state championship games. Checking out Southwestern College and getting a look at the lay of the land so we know the logistics, for Saturday night.
So, Coach, tell us what's the mindset this week? What's the message to the players?
Well, as I've told everybody, when you go to Helix and you take the job at Helix, the expectation is we play in this game every year. And so, we expected to be here. We wanted Mission Hills to win because we wanted that matchup. And we know we have a huge challenge ahead of us. Coach Hauser does such a great job. And obviously they got, with their athletes that they have and Jack Tuttle, we know it's going to be a tough matchup for us. But it's exciting. That's what we want. When we're at Helix, we want to play the best. And I think definitely we're playing the best team in San Diego this week.
Coach, you were here last year playing against a tough Cathedral team. Is there a different approach you take from last year to this year, as long as game planning, telling your team how what to expect on Saturday?
I think yes. I'm one of those guys. I'm a routine guy, so I always try to do things the same. But I would be lying to you if I didn't tell you I kind of went through some of the things we did last year, and obviously won't want to change it up. We are a very different team this year. Obviously, we got 25, 27 seniors. That were here last year and got to experience that. So I feel like we have some experience at being at this game. And so, I think we're going to do some things a little bit differently. But at the end of the day, it's a football game, and it's a great venue, and we get to come here and play a great team. And, we just got to go back to who we are. And then, practice this week will be the same as it's been any other week. We just got to go out there and perform, and whatever team performs the best is going to come out victorious.
And Coach, I know you obviously only focus on the games that are happening the next week, but Mission Hill is a team that's been talked about a lot throughout the county. Have you gotten a chance throughout the season to look at them and kind of break them down, or is this completely fresh, first time looking at the tape?
It's fresh. You see them on PPR, and I know everybody looks at the highlights, and we got to the funniest part is we went to San Diego State 7-on-7, and the two of us made it to the semifinals, and everybody thought we were going to play each other, and we both get beat. And so we've been looking at them all year. We knew they were going to be one of the best teams coming into the year, and obviously you look at it from that perspective. But to watch film on them this weekend, you understand why they're there, and they got guys that are probably unsung heroes because of some of the stars they have, but they have some really good football players, and just how well coached they are. They're always going to be in position, to make plays offensively and defensively, and in the special teams game. And then with the stars they have big playability all over the field.
And Coach, after this, whoever goes on to win goes to play state. What would you say is the landscape of San Diego football in general versus the rest of the state of California?
Well, obviously only being here for 2 years, and seeing what Cathedral and Madison did last year, I think it speaks volumes of what, the football's like in San Diego, and to play these games and to see these teams, obviously I know there's, good football in San Diego, and I'm pretty confident, we can compete with anybody, and again, with Helix, we went to Corona Centennial this year during the summer because I wanted our kids to see the best, and so I think, with Mission Hills and Coach Hauser and us, we'll take on any, all the next challenges. We got to get through this game, and whoever's victorious, the other squad's going to cheer the other one on, because, we definitely want to see San Diego be successful.
And you mentioned the summer stuff really quickly, 7-on-7. How much thought can you really take into that? Because you guys can travel around for that kind of stuff because you can play multiple games in a day, but how much can you really take from that into the regular season?
I've always said I'm one of the few guys, I enjoy 7-on-7, and not because of the game. I love the competition, and I love, especially being new here, I love the aspect of going out there and seeing and competing against guys. We, competed with El Camino and Steel Canyon and those guys, so you get to see their kids, during the summer, in shorts and a t-shirt. It's not necessarily the game, that dictates what's going to happen once the season starts, but it is an opportunity to kind of see who the players are and just have an opportunity to compete. And I think that's what I'm all about. I want our kids to compete, 365 days a year and have that opportunity. And there is some, obviously we knew during the summer when you looked at Mission Hills and us, we were very good 7-on-7 wise. We both throw the ball pretty well and we both defend it pretty well. So, you knew there was going to be two good football teams this year.
You Owen?
Yeah. You talk about how both teams defend well and throw the ball well. Talk a little about how your running back is Noah is a young guy, but he got a lot of experience last year as a freshman playing in the Open Division Championship. Talk about how he's matured over this last year, and are you excited for his future and the Helix football?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, with Fado, he's such a special kid, and last fall when we decided to bring him up and the first day of practice, it was eye-opening. He's going against our starting defense, and all of a sudden we're like, hey, he's not going back to JV. And so, he's had a great year for us. He got injured partway through the year, so I think, what you saw last week was something, that we thought we would have all year, and he's starting to fill out and kind of get back into the groove, and he just makes it so dangerous to defend because we got so many weapons, and then when you throw him at a running back, I think we're impossible just to stack the box against or play cover 2 shell. And so I definitely think we're a matchup issue, and I think the experience he got last year being in this event, for all of our guys, it's something we got to pull from, and being the only team that that's back here this year, and obviously our 4th trip to this final, it says a lot about the program and the coaches and the players and the administration, everybody that's involved in Helix. It's a special place, and like I tell people, I feel honored to be the coach there.
And final question I got, what's it going to take on Saturday to come away with a W?
Well, I think, it always comes down to defense. They're so talented offensively. It's going to be a huge challenge for us defensively. And, as an offensive coach, I just tell our guys we need the ball as much as we can. You got to get stops. And, I think that's going to be the key is, obviously to get Jack a little uncomfortable and not let Olave just run down the field. I think that's probably the most shocking thing that I see, on film is him running free. And scoring touchdowns. That's the one thing we have to prevent is the big play. And again, they're so well coached. They're going to try to take advantage of some of our weaknesses, and we just got to go out there and play solid football.
All right, cool. Thank you so much, Coach. Good luck on Saturday.
Appreciate it. Thanks.